let's do day 2. Why not? Profiles. So I've done 2 more days on this profile, so let's go down here. Load that profile, continue. Alright, set this shit up. Run the... see if the fish works. Alright. So that should be good. I kind of really wanted to do a couple more days before I did day number 2 here, but it's the middle of the night, you know. What else am I gonna do? Nugget. Okay. Right, so... right, I'm confusing playthroughs here. So what do we have here? Permanent Edition Westgate Path. Okay, let's get a coin first now. I always seem to go right, don't I? See if I can get a little bit of a start here before I do these. Have you noticed how if you go from this row to this row, it usually leans into a dead end? It either goes down or dead end, or it rarely goes up. Sometimes it goes across, but then you end up blocking whatever pathways you have down here. So yeah, that's the reason why I do that. I'm gonna go spare room, get all the way to the end. Right? Seems reasonable. Done it. And let's see if we can get a turn in here. We get a nook, right? No need to dead end it just yet. I've watched so many other people playing this because everybody's playing it nowadays. And so many people choose a closet over here instead of just going one more. You know? Just take one extra step. And I think it's stupid. Plain and simple. Just do your run. You know, here we can dead end it. It's not a big deal. Right? Or we can continue. Chapel. Everybody freaks out about the chapel. Now, if I do the chapel, I'm going to run into a dead end going left, most likely. The thing of it is, if I go from here and I get a T, I'll have this option, but if I block it here, I can't use it, right? But if I go from here, I'll most likely get out of it. That's the thing. So, corridor. I mean, I don't mind the chapel. Everybody runs away from the chapel. I don't mind it. But we can save that for later. Storeroom would be good. But let's push it on and see what we can get. Oh, right. I did, the 2 days that I played, I did all the pictures, like the cart and the car. So the difference is the T. And I did that on both days, and all the letters line up. So it's a set letter system. You just gotta figure out which letters they are. So this was a T. Yep, already have the T. We could do a bedroom. Could also do another bedroom. The lavatory. I think the trick about this is that we need to fill up the bathtub with water. I think that's all we need to do. But I don't know. Guest bedroom. Plus 10 steps whenever you enter this room. Game 2. Hey Jude, how you doing? Rating in with 10 people? Wow, dude. You get enough for the night? This is Blueprints. You know, the game I told you about. So we're just continuing. We're on day 2 now. And it's all about choosing a room. So I'm taking my time. I think I'll do the bedroom here though. So just laying in the bedroom right there. Continuing through the house. So you heading out for the night? Going to sleep? Saw you playing Tarkov. Yeah, you gotta eat, man. Yeah, I just had some food, so I'm good for the night. But yeah, enjoy your dinner, man. Let's see here. We got peas, and we got peak. Mm. Yeah. So I don't know. That could be a mountain. That could be a peak. P. I'm looking for a letter. Yeah, it is the K, isn't it? Yeah, it is. P and peak. That is K. So let's write down the K on this room. And let's continue onwards. Now, like I said, if I draw a room here, I'm most likely going to dead end it. So I'm going to backtrack all the way down here and draw another room. Yeah. Which means I'm going to lose some steps up in the left corner there. Because you lose a step every time you enter another room. You only got so many steps. But I think it's a good strat. It's been working so far. So, we're here. There's the den. We put that in there. We get 2 outs. So that's nice. I don't really need 2 outs. It depends on what I get on the left side of the entry hall. But let's just do the den there. Yeah. Let's do that den. Do I open up this or no? Let's go in there. Right. We have a bride and we have a bridge. So the G differs there. I've already written that down. Let's grab another gem. I'm sure there's some kind of secret in here, but I just don't know what it is. So let's continue on over here. That is a waste. Passageway, I can't afford it. And guest room it is. Alright. Not the end of the world. So that's a gem. No keys or coins on the floor. Then we have this letter, which we've already read. No worries there. Let's head back. So, yeah, let's go down there and continue. We still don't have any coins, so we can't drop any coins in the wishing well out there. Let's see here. What do we get? Commissary, pantry, or storeroom. Shit. That's not good. I guess we do pantry. Yeah, I think we gotta do pantry here. Get some coins, maybe get some steps, and hopefully get a better path. Because we're kinda dead-ending it here. So So that's a crowbar or a pry and a prey. So there's that letter. Let's see if we can. Let's see, make sure there's no coins in here. Parlor, that'll do. Hallway, that's, well, we could link them up, but there's no point really. Let's do the parlor and get some gems. Alright, let's do a little puzzle. Check around for coins first. Alright, now, since there are so many new people here, I might as well go over the rules. There will always be at least one box which displays one true statement. There will always be at least one box which displays one false statement. Only one box has a prize within. The other two are always empty. So, let's check the boxes. This box is the middle box. That is a lie. The gems are in the middle box. That could be true. This box is the middle box. That's a lie. So we got two lies, and this has to be truth. So the gems are in the middle box. Alright. 3 gems. Nice. So we could use a T in here. A wing would be good. Oh, chapel will do. Every time we enter the chapel, we lose 1 coin. Yeah. There's no getting around it, though. So, no stuff in here. Check the pews for extra coins. Or gems. Let's see, we're going down south. Let's do storeroom or closet. See, we have to go right to the breaker box if we're going to do the dark room. Storeroom. I mean, we will get another key if we do that, which would be really nice. We don't need the breaker box just yet. Could do that. Yeah, let's do the storeroom. Alright, so there's a coin, there's a key, and there's a gem. And there are hidden things all around the house, like this globe. It is set in a certain way, and I think this is like the textbook of how to set that globe up for another room. This is a piece of paper. I don't know what this is. It's just there for something. We got sand, and we got, okay, dessert and desert. So that would be an S, which goes down in the corner there. So we write that down here in this room, and then we fill in all the letters, and I haven't done them all yet, so in time we'll figure out what it says. And there goes another coin. Commissary wouldn't be bad. We could buy some tools or whatnot. Dining room, though, that is 2 exits, so I'd rather take that. Leaving us with 2 outs. Yeah. Even though it is preferable having the dining room further up the house. So we got a crow and we got a row, so that would be a C. Yeah. Let's continue this way. So boudoir would get us out of there. The other one's a dead ends. I don't know. It continues the path, so that's nice. Yeah. We'll do that. I want to do this door first, though. Alright, so we could get the garage and with it 3 keys. Or we could put the dark room in and get 2 exits. We just need 1. But getting the garage would dead end the whole thing. So, I mean, we can get the dark room now. We need the continuation. Yeah. Right, so we have to enter to make the lights go out. And this would come across this one, so there's no point in doing that. Use a key. Yeah. Okay. There's no cost to any of these, so let's just pick that one. Alright, that's a fairly good room. Leads straight on, so that's continuation. Workshop. Combine inventory to create new items. Well, we don't have any items to combine. And there's a broken lever. Could prove to be useful, indeed. Now, there's a big E there. Why would there be an E there? Is that the letter of the room? Instead of the paintings? It's gotta be it, right? So I haven't gotten to write that down. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and E. So that is just basically the letter of the room. This, though, I have no idea what to make of this. In the greenhouse, there's page number 5. So, I mean, I'm not a musical kind of guy. I don't know. So I'm just leaving this shit. I'm not gonna bother with it. When I have to figure it out, I'll probably just look up somebody. The true box did not always contain the price. Yeah. Right. Wait. Tube and tub. Yeah, okay, that's an E. Huh. Coincidence? I guess not. I think we should backtrack now, though. Let's go all the way back to the boudoir. Yeah. Well, we do have the dining room. If we get to level 8, which is that one. If we get all the way down there, we get a meal in the dining room, giving us more steps. can't go run through the chapel continuously. So, I'm gonna waste some steps here, see if we can get a breaker box or a shop. That's the right way, yeah. Alright, boudoir. So we got a tie, and we got whatever the hell that is called. What is this called? I mean, it's a plate. It's plate upon plate upon plate. I don't know. I really don't know what that's called. So, let's see. Nothing here. So, this is a clue. It shows the safe. I don't know if there's any more clues in this photo, but it shows a safe, so that safe is over there. A little bit hard to find if you don't see the photo, if you don't go exploring. Let's see here. Right. So boudoir. Hope for something good. We do have the courtyard. We could do that. And there's no point in dead ending it if we don't have to, right? So that requires a gem, and we get 2 gems in return. So that's a win. But we do throw away 1 exit, though, but occasionally we just have to bite the bullet. Let's see here. 2 gems. That requires a key or a sledge to open. I only have a broken lever, yeah, no sledge for me. Alright. So hallway would be good. Yeah. Commissary would be good too, but let's do the hallway first. So we got stage and sage. And this is a red note, so the red notes are lies. Let's see, we're going south. This is probably going to be a dead end. Got closet. Nursery. Nursery is very good to get. Costs a gem, that's alright. Or we can get 2 items. But, yeah, let's get the nursery. I'm getting a little bit low on steps. It's not a crisis yet, but yeah, okay. Just weighing the pros and the cons. So, rabbit's foot. Lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Nice. And then we have little clues like this one. The Red Prince. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies, and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had, the one that made him happy whenever he was sad. A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who always wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. So that's, neat little thing about this game. It's really thought out. So I had a really good first day. We're on day 2 over here. So I made it all the way to the antechamber, which is just phenomenal. And I'll probably not make that twice, but we'll see. The clue is to upgrade the house as much as you can, so that you can figure out the secret. And you have to play the same house several times, but of course you get different rooms every time. So don't see any coins, any keys. I think we're good here. But yeah, road and rod. So road and rod, number 3. Yeah. Let's continue in there. Yeah, T would be good here. No such luck. We didn't get a kitchen though. Gotta take it. Right. So that is again this thing. I have no idea what it's called. That's a tiger though. So if you take away a letter, we get tig, or Iger, or tire, or yeah, I don't know. Is it called a tire? It couldn't be called a tire, could it? Wait. Tire, tear. Could that be called a tier? Not a tower, but a tier. Could that be it? Might be. In which case, this would be a G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might be it. Let's write it down and see if it correlates with a later playthrough. Leave a little question mark on that. Right, so let's check the menu for today. Banana, plus 3 steps. Club sandwich, plus 15 steps. Bacon and eggs, 10 steps. And add morning room to today's draft pool. Alright, so I could buy 1 banana. Not really worth it though. Save our money for later. Anything else in here? There's no water on there. Alright. So we have to find the pump room and some stuff and things to put the water in there. I don't know why you need the water in there though, but I guess we'll figure that out eventually. So, observatory, huh? Or do we go down? I mean, we do have the bedroom down south here, so we could get up here. Observatory is probably the smarter choice. But I do need to use up some dead ends. It would be nice getting them in here. Let's do the observatory for now. So, it's this one. It's not gonna work. Let's see. Today's photos is a minecart and a chart. Cart and chart. So that's an H. Alright. This side, yeah. So on this, there's a secret compartment there, and you gotta turn the telescope all the way around, and then lower it down there so you can get to it. I've already done that. When you rotate this one though, this big wheel rotates, so I don't think we can actually get that, but this looks a bit suspicious. It looks like it could be sunken into the ground. So it could potentially be possible to turn it. But I haven't figured out how. Here's that globe I was talking about. So if we set that up the way it's supposed to be, that's not it. That's almost it. Oh no. Almost. That's a bit too much. Yeah. Let me check my notes here. Gotta make notes. No, we need one more twist. Okay, two more twists, really. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to be, but then we have this one. And I don't know how to line this up. I mean, that looks pretty much the same as the other one, so I'm just going to leave it there. Didn't hear a click or anything though. But let's get... okay. There we go. So that is one star. So that's one gold. Nice. Thing of it is though, if we can lower or raise this, we could maybe get 2 constellations in a day. Maybe. think I can raise it any higher. I can raise it lower. Maybe we could try it. No, can't reach it. Can't reach it unless I lower this thing. Which I don't know how to do, so. Don't really think it's possible. So, that's that room. Let's see here. Security room wouldn't be bad. Okay. It's another gem though. Commissary wouldn't be bad either, but I'm getting a lot of empty spaces down here. Don't exactly dig it. Alright. So, blue memos are true, red memos are lies. And then if we had a magnifying glass, we could read this. It says, unless written in pen or something like that. Unless handwritten. So there's a red note, which is a lie, and then there's the blue one. So yeah, that's for. And here's the terminal password. We need a magnifying glass to hover over that, and we got the code for it. That's a stage, and that's a stag. So that's an E. Let's write that down. E. Let's see here. So there's one trunk. Was that in the den? I think that was in the den. We could go back and unlock that if we get stuck. Key card system. Let's see here. Set security level to low. There's nothing I need to do here, right? Let's see. Surf services. Well, could run schedule. Special orders. Place a special order. What would you like to order? I think we just go for the shovel again. Although sleeping mask is nice. Yeah, just get the shovel. So, you would like the commissary to order a shovel. This order is estimated to take 1 to 2 days. Is this okay? Yes. Alright. So, when we get the commissary, it'll be in there tomorrow. the day after. Right, we got 2 outs. I think we fill in the blanks over here first, as much as it will let us. We got a key, we got 3 gems, we should be good. Let's see if we need a key here. It's a bit tricky. If I have to use a key, I'd rather use it here. Let's see, gymnasium. It's gonna have to be. Yeah. Alright, losing some steps there. We got car keys. Let's just check around for coins. I can't see anything. So dessert and fan. Spread. I mean, what would the letter be here? That is dessert. It's pudding. Dish. I mean, that's a fan. So that's 3 letters. It's probably. So if we add a letter to that, what do we get? Fan, span. Fan. I don't know what else it could be other than fan. So we can't put anything in front of the F. We can't put anything after the F. It has to be before or after the N. Fawn? It could be a U. Let's try that. Write it down. Yeah, I actually have that letter from another day. No, that's a different box. Okay, leave a question mark on it. Let's call it fawn. Why not? Let's see. So we have diamonds. That's basically what we need to get the good rooms. So let's see if we can get a good room over here. No. We cannot. Wonderful. Spread diamonds in each green room. So we got 1 green room. That's not a whole hell of a lot of diamonds. But we do get a continuation, so it's basically the only option. I'm gonna be left with a lot of dead ends, though. It's not gonna give me a whole hell of a lot of choice later on. Alright. Might as well. So there's a gem. We got dig digging spots down here, but we have no shovel. Do I want to backtrack or do I want to push on? Because you know there's going to be some locked doors up here. Let's see if we can push on. That's the commissary. That's pretty good. It's another gem. So, commissary with a trunk. We don't have any keys. There are no coins here. Let's see what we got here. We can't afford any of this. Dagnabbit. We have to backtrack. Let's see. That's a map or a chart. Maps? Isn't that kind of a flower? Maps. This is without, though. Yeah. Print. Sprint. Not sure about that one. But this has an extra letter compared to this one. It could be Mape. Isn't that a thing? Am I confusing flowers and clothing here or something? I don't know. So if we push through here, we can't get up here because we don't have any. We only have 2 gems. We need 3 to get a really good one. We do have the exit here, so I'd rather backtrack. Yeah, save this for later. Thing is, we got 35 steps. I think we can make it back and forth. Can we make it all the way down here, though? It's a bit tricky, isn't it? However, the dining room should have a dish now giving us 20 steps because we've reached level 8. So, it's a good time to backtrack. Let's go to the bedroom. Yeah, there's a gem down here. I do need keys. And for that I need coins. Let's do the gymnasium if that's open. See if we can get some coins. Yeah. And then we'll have that trunk when we get back, which will be handy dandy if we could get a shovel. Wait, what was in the commissary? I didn't even read what was in there. Anyway. Let's do this door. Yeah. That is locked. Alright. Okie dokie. Security. We can do this door instead. No, that's locked too. We could buy steps here, but we're not gonna. That is a dead end, right? Let's see, nursery, yes. So let's go in here. There should be a gem. this. There's another trunk. Could really use a sledgehammer to bust open those. Alright. Boudoir. So, the dark room. We don't have circuit breakers now. So we can either push forward and try to get in a better room, or we can go get some steps and backtrack. We're gonna lose a coin going through the chapel though. That's not the best. So let's go north and just see what we can get. Was this locked? It was. Dang it. Alright. Bam, bam, param. I think we're a little bit screwed. These are all locked doors. Yeah. So we only have this bedroom left. So, let's see here. Porterhouse steak. A delightful, expensive steak cut. Bone in and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. Plus 20 steps. Plus an additional 10 steps if you have a showroom in your house. I do not. Let's have dinner. Yum, yum, yum. Alright. So, 42 steps. Well, there's nothing for it. We just have to backtrack. Yeah. Okay. So there goes the coins. Yes. Let's see. This is the right way. Parlor and pantry. Okay. We're back at the beginning. Let's drop a coin in the wishing well first. Oh my lordy loo. I forgot to do the outhouse. Dang it. Wait a minute. Let's make that wish after. I forgot about this. There's a gate that you have to open, and to open it you need to get a garage and all kinds of stuff. Let's see if we can get some keys in here. That would be great. So we could do a trading post. I have items, so I could trade. A shelter won't give me anything. Tool shed, that's 2 items. So we're gonna go trading post here. Maybe we'll get lucky. Is there anything lying around here? Got a dirt mound. Dynamite. A little too dangerous to pick up. Nitroglycerin and whatnot. This, though, I completely forget how this works. Okay. Wait, can I push these? So, how do I... Let's see, that one's yellow, so... Yellow... And I'm screwed. Yeah, this is tricky. First we need this one. So let's get that one in there. Right? How do I... See, that resets it. Move that down there, but can't move it from there. How do I get it over there? I mean... How to? If I put it there... I mean, this one is lit up. I can't move this one sideways. That's the shit of it. Wait a minute. There we go. Now if I rotate that, there, there, and there. There we go. Nice. Allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2 coins. So each day I start with another 2 coins. Nice. Good stuff. Which means I got 2 tokens now. Or 2 coins. Right. Very nice. So that is a permanent upgrade, which is what we're hoping to get every day. I don't think there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Broken lever. Look at rabbit's foot. Car keys. We don't need car keys at all. Well, no. So let's... Oh, nice. We got the sledge. Alright, now let's go bust some locks. Very nice. Greater chance of finding items. Yeah, let's keep that. Broken lever. I'm gonna keep that too. This is a game changer. Right. So we had chests in... Was there one in the dining hall? One in the courtyard and one in the commissary? Was that how it went? Oof. There might be one in the den. I think it's in the den. So let's go to the den. Do I want to drop... Yeah, let's drop a coin in the wishing well. I'm not sure what it does, but might as well do it. Okie dokie day. So that is nice. off it goes. That is the Saint Mountain as in the photo. Peak. Right, so no chests in here. Is there a chest in there? No. Oof, I'd really like to know where these chests are. Dun, 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 dun. If I go through the chapel, I'll lose another coin. There was one in the dining room, I think. There's definitely one up here. Oof, I don't know. Should have written it down, but playing it a little bit fast and loose here today. I don't have any keys. Might need one over here. Nah, I'll risk it. Let's see, no coins in here. No, we're good. Alright. So, maid's chamber. Less likely to find items laying around in the house. We could do breaker box. Breaker box is really nice, but we have to get keys. We'll most likely find them in the boxes, but let's do the maid's chamber. Got 5 more steps too, so that's nice. Yeah. So lock and clock. Let's see. There's the whole family. No coins or gems or anything in here? Nope. Alright. Continuing on. There's nothing in this. No. I do not want the drawing room in there. That is a complete waste. Mail room. I don't have the magnifying glass. We could do the mail room. Get more steps in the bunk room, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I really don't want to do the drawing room. I have to make it all the way up to the commissary and buy a shovel in order to dig up whatever dirt is left down here in the hopes of getting keys. Now the bedroom usually has good stuff in it. Either keys, gems, or coins. do get steps in the process too. Let's go for the bunk room. Might be a huge mistake, we'll find out. At least we get 10 more steps because it's a double room. Bananas. That is not what I needed. I wanted keys. See ya. How you doing, little buddy? So, there's a little book in here. Today's a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not much fun as fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he's at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. So yeah, a little bit of a fun book. We got a match, or a flame, or smoke, and a tree, either a pine or oak, or something. So flame, match. Which room is this? Anyway, the letter is E. I've already found it. Pin, pine, fire, fur and fire. There we go. Alright. Don't think there's anything else to do. We got lock and clock, yeah. This one, we didn't figure that one out. The letter is K. Peak. Yeah, we did figure that out. Okay. Nothing else in here. Nothing on the floor. Bit of a view. Take it in. There is that thing out there, which is a little bit mysterious. I'm sure it has something to do with something, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Let's see about those trunks, though. I should have checked what I could have gotten from the Lucky Rabbit's foot. I should have checked. Yeah. Fast and loose. So, there's no trunk in there. Let's take this road. This path. No trunk in here either. Is there a trunk in there? I got tons of steps. Might as well walk in. What else am I going to use them for? Yeah, nothing here. Bat and bath. I've written that down, yeah. Wait, that is a blocked. Oh, that's a blocked thing. Alright. So, this looks a bit suspicious to me. I think there is a watering can in the game. Maybe we can use that on the fire. We get that in the greenhouse. Maybe. I tossed a cone in the wishing well, so that's fine. Alright. Goes another coin. There's nothing in here. I don't think there's a trunk in there. Maybe I could have gotten a shovel as well. That would have been nice. If I could have gotten a shovel for the lucky rabbit's foot. That would have been handy. So, what's in here? That's the dark room. Right. Let's go into the boudoir. Because I just gotta double check. I do not remember where these boxes are. So 36 steps left. Should be a box in here. There's not one in the dark room. Smash that. Coins. Exactly what we needed. Alright, now we're in business. So we gotta dig up some dirt around here. Now, where else did we find dirt? There is some out in the trading post. There's one dirt pile there. Storeroom, chapel. There might be another trunk in the workshop. Maybe. Let's go check it out. Which way is it? That way? Yeah, okay. Was there a trunk here? No. Well, that's alright. Sledgehammer and broken lever. Can we combine those? We can. We'll do that after. Don't know what that makes. Oh, that might be a fixed lever. Could come in handy. Alright. There wasn't a box in there, right? 30 steps. I don't think there was. No. Nothing in here. dirt. Alright, just this box then. Car keys again. I just got rid of those. Alright, we got 10 coins, 11 coins. So we could get a shovel or a metal detector. I'm gonna get a shovel. Hopefully we'll find some keys. Sleeping mask is extra steps. Let's just get the shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Leaves us with 5. Well, the salt shaker won't do much good. Right, let's leave it at that. This door is locked. We backtrack once again. Old shoe, wow. Not exactly what I was looking for. Coin. That's 6. Okay. Now we're gonna make it all the way down to the courtyard. If there's no key there, we're screwed. Oh, we're running out of steps here. We really are. Maybe we need to buy some food. It's 8. Good to know. Coins. Not what I'm looking for. Old tin can. Oh, wow. Well, there's no other dirt piles, right? We have to go all the way outside and use up all our steps. And we won't make it back. So, yeah. There's nothing in the storeroom, right? I think that's the end of the day. Alright, let's just combine this. We can do either the shovel or the sledge. With the lever. This is just a better digger, if I remember correctly. This? I don't know, let's try it. Oh. I need a third item. Okay. I need a third item for that one too. Okay. Well, I guess that won't work then. Hope open up. Alright, I'm gonna go to the chapel and drop some coins in there. That'll be that. There's nothing else to do. Could actually cheat a couple of coins at the end there. It's good to know. We did get something permanent though. What was it? Prosaic Inn. 7 bedrooms, total rooms, rank reached, steps taken. New rooms. What did we... we got the token, so we got 2 gold coins at the beginning of the day. Oh, that's progress. We've unlocked a couple of new rooms. 7? Nah, couldn't be. Well, maybe. Yeah. Alright. I think that'll do it for now. So, thanks for watching. And maybe I'll see you next time.